Yo, so I finally finished the bytecode thing. Let me just pull up something. So this is the bin reader. I will rename it to, I think, low bin, because it's low level byte file thing. It saves bytes. That's all it does for now. But it can save, like, you can encode a string to bytes and then to UTF-8 and then store them in there. So what's so cool about this is I can, like, say dot write raw, and let's say on path 100 we say store hello world, get bytes, and then source is going to be a new, holy shit, new byte array. And then we print the byte array. Sorry for, like, the non-descriptive functions and variables. This is just for, like, debugging. I'm gonna delete this function from method. So as you can see in the console, this is the byte it generated. And I actually made a thing in Scratch to show how it works. So you have the reference here. I put it on what thing did I? Holy shit. Where is it? 100. Okay, so put it on 100. I think this is working. This is 11. Whatever. It's probably working. Oh no, wait. That's probably the size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's the size. So what it does is it says like entry 100. So it's at, I don't know where the byte 100 is, but it's whatever. And then it sets the data to hello world. But if hello world doesn't fit in here, it just references the next. It just references a new chain. Set a new block, a new block. These are 24 bytes each. But I don't know if it's working, because it should somewhere say 100. Maybe the visualizer isn't working. Let's test it. So bin reader dot read raw a, no, 100 a, and then what was it? Oh yeah. Okay, so do console.log new string. Holy shit, just work. UTF-8. Alright, this can return null. I think that's the error. Yeah, but it won't. If it does, then I did something wrong. No, it works. Oh wait, it's right here. Does it? I think it's skipping the first byte actually. So so there's 100, but it's right here, but you can't see it. It's fine. So this is 100. I think if I make it more, like if I make it 1000, and we'll go into the second byte because it's an integer. Let's see if it works. Because it could also, if the order is reversed, it could produce like a giant number, but I don't think it will. Yeah, it still works. As you can see here, it's negative 24 and 3. Negative 24, that's actually like with 2's complement. Negative 24 is, what's negative 24? 2's complement byte 2. Should be in here somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. So I can just explain it from this. If you see here negative 24 in binary, well, just work. Okay, so yeah, I accept everything. In negative 24 is in binary, it's this. And it will be, what would it be? So, it's this number, and the computer actually sees it as a negative number because of the last one. If it's a 0, it's a If it's a 0, it's a positive number. If it's a 1, it's a negative number. Sorry, my English isn't working today. And it's really cool because it uses overflow to, like, make subtraction work too. Because as you can see here, negative 24 plus 24 should be 0. And if you look at this number and this number, wait, oh yeah, it works. If you look at this number and this number, if you add it to each other, it will return like zeros, all zeros, and then a 1 at the end. But if it's only a byte, it will overflow and remove that 1, and then you'll just be left with 0. So that makes this plus this equal to 0, which is really nice. It's really just how you represent a number, which is cool in my opinion. Yeah, that. Okay, back to what I was saying. So that's why this is negative. Well, the actual bits turn it into this. This is like, holy shit, man. Why can't I explain this? So it turns this into what it actually is. Then it stitches this next to it, stitches this next to it, and this next to it. Then it turns it into a long. So it takes all these ones too. And that's the path. And because these are bytes, it has to split up the 1000 into 8 different bytes. Well, these zeros all don't matter because it's not that big of a number. But it's negative 24 times 3 times, no wait, negative 24 plus 3 times 265. Yeah, I think that's it. That's 1000. Okay, and the really cool part about this is you can actually change values. So binreader, holy fuck, binreader dot write raw 1000 and shorter text. Wait, it's not really shorter, just shorter dot get bytes UTF-8 and then a. And then if we print what it's saying, it should give this string instead of this one. And we're gonna look at the bytes because this is really cool. So now it says shorter, right? So the difference. Oh wait, huh? Yes. So the difference between the original, so this one. So oh yeah, this is the new one. My bad. So here the text is shorter, and here it also says the size is also shorter, so it only reads the first 7 bytes to get the entire thing. And this is really nice because you can make variable length things, stuff like that. If I make it longer, it'll just add another block to it. So longer text, if it works. I just got this working, right? Yes, it doesn't work. I'm curious as to why, because it should work. Whatever. I might have a clue as to why it's not working. But I wanna show what this is actually about. So maybe if I make it shorter text, it will work. Oh, I know what it is. So it tries to skip too much because the byte at the end is a 1 and it should be 0 because it ends the chain, and when the chain ends it knows to add more stuff to it, or like to change the size. No, never mind, it's something else. Fuck, I don't know what it is. Okay, whatever. If the it does work when I like add another entry. So if I make this 2000 text 2, then it works. I think then it works. Or maybe it doesn't because I just changed that 1 to a 0. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Because this tells it to like skip to that the next one is one chunk next to it. But it obviously doesn't do that. So this isn't an insane number. I don't know why it does this. Junket index. Let's see. Junket index. And it fills at this one. So it needs to get the next 3. But it's way out of. I think it's probably like. What is. Okay. 68 minus 48. Why 20? Oh wait, I think I'm adding 20 somewhere. Hey, look at this. Yeah, but it's supposed to, the plus 20 is supposed to be there. I can't remove it, because then it fills. Okay, what if I make this very long? Okay. Alright. Longer text, and skip one. Text. I actually need to change the represent, because the first one is -24, but it doesn't show here. It only shows 3. So what am I doing wrong? Is they both start at, okay, so -24, -128, longer text. And then here the issue is, I think, that this is 1, because then it reads and says, oh yeah, I can just continue on reading if it's bigger, but it can't. So, and it does something special, like it creates new parts when it sees that this is a 0, aka that it ends. So I think that's the issue, but I thought I solved it by making this a 0. I guess I didn't. If nothing goes wrong, I can just check this code, bytecode. Okay, so this 1 should become a 0. Aha, okay. So, okay. This is nice, because then I know that it is probably that issue, but the way I'm changing it here doesn't do anything. This is very nice, actually. Let's see. Could be this, maybe. Probably not, though. If you look at this. What does this? I know it happens in this method. Can't otherwise. Maybe... No, that's not possible. Because it would overflow. Or like, be out of bounds. I thought maybe I could subtract this by like... If I set the output index... subtract it by like 4. So oops, my bad. Alright. It probably doesn't. Yeah, it's still 1. It's still 1. Fuck! What's going on? How can this be possible? Because if I set this to 0, it will work, but it will like break completely. But something else is doing it. Because is something else? Wait, this should be like writing it to these bytes actually. Those are 5. I mean to these 4 bytes. Which, man, it should write. So this should be gone, and then it should write to these 4 bytes that they're all 0, but it doesn't for some reason. It hardcodes. Well, okay, actually, this might as well be replaced with output index 3, because the default is 0 anyway. Probably, right? Will it break? Maybe it should be 4 or 2. No, yeah. If I set this to 0, I want to see what happens if I... Aha. Okay. Yeah, so these are the 8 empty bytes. These are supposed to be empty. And this is the one saying it starts here. And so this is very interesting, because this is the flag, the -128. These are the bytes. I have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. What the fuck is this? Why is there a 2 here? Is it 2 isn't like a... This doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, it actually does. It actually makes a lot of sense. Because it sees a 0 and then it... No, it actually doesn't. Because it's... What? It's goofy as fuck. It's goofy. I'm not using this. Why is it else a 2? If I don't set it, it's a 2. Why is it a 2? It doesn't... Yeah, the output is like literally a new array. Where does it get set to 2? The -128 works. Okay, let's test something. It's -5. Should also... Oh my bad, yeah, it crashes after the second part, not the first. Here it crashes immediately. Yeah, that makes sense. -1 maybe. No, it's -1. Yeah, actually -1. Let's see. Should be like 100 something, I think. No, it's actually 6,000. My bad. Okay. I want to set it to 0. No, yeah, to 0. Wait, yeah, actually this doesn't make any sense. Like, at all. This doesn't make sense. Because why is this 2? Why is this 2? Let's put it in there. Yeah, alright. Okay. So longer text, I2. So this tells it to skip 2 blocks, but there's no block here, so it can't, for 1. If I set this to 1, it does work, right? It sets this to 1. And this is total insanity. How the fuck is this getting set to 1? What the fart? Like, for real, what the fuck is going on? What the flip? What the flip? What the flip dip? Am I like doing, maybe I'm doing this somewhere. Maybe I'm doing this somewhere. But it can't, right? Maybe. It can actually, that can happen. Maybe it's just stupid, like a simple spelling mistake. Path index, no, this looks right. It does print the source and what it added to. I don't know why it doesn't appear to be printing it now. Yeah, because there is no source, never mind. Well, so why is this 1? I can force it to be 0, actually, now that I think about it. Would I want to, though? I can say... Yeah, I can say... Wait, I'll do that here. Byte output. I don't want to create extra objects, so I'm gonna have to find a different... So this is bad practice one, but it's fine. This is like a if it works, don't touch it scenario. If you touch it, it works. Blah blah blah. Okay. Output, and then output dot length -4. No, -3 is 0. Here. And this should fix it. but it's not like. Oh no, it doesn't actually, huh? Because the array is of length 0? Huh? Of course it's of length 0. Oh, it's not about this at all. Oh, okay. Alright. My bad. Could have known this. There is no array to generate because it all fits in the thing already. So yeah. Alright. Why though did this change to 2 if I changed it in this function to 1? Okay. What? Yeah, whatever. So this gets set in here, and then it sets the. Oh, it probably generates it here. That's probably it. But then it should. Oh man, it's so annoying. Just work. Yeah. Just work. Just work. These are already 0, right? So why even have them here? I swear it's probably gonna crash now too for some reason because I don't set those to 0. Oh, that's actually pretty reasonable to crash. No, here it's still fine. Okay. If no wait we can use a ternary. I is how do we measure if it's at the end? If I let's just say like +5 is more than data.length, do 0 and else do 1. You have to like and then turn it into a byte. Whoopsie. Byte. Big byte. Taking a big byte out of my computer. Ta-da, it works. Oh! Okay. Okay, we set this to 1 and then we brute force it to 0 here. Whatever, right? Whatever. Okay. Output dot length -3 is 0. And then return. Whoa. If this also like says -3 is out of bounds, I'm genuinely killing someone. Oh, it still doesn't work. -4, -4. I mean. What sets this to 1? If we kill this feedback, because it's annoying. Maybe I fixed the bug already and it's just printing like data that's working. Oh, okay. Longer text. Why is this a 1? This should be a 0. That's the reason why it caches. I assume that's the reason why it caches. Maybe it's writing to it and it's like saying, yeah, the next thing should be here. So you can definitely do that. It isn't. Yeah, probably is. Now that I think about it. The next jump would be 1 over. But that should only happen if... Man, I'm such a bad programmer. I see the issue now. I'm such a bad coder. For real. Put your back where you belong. This should not set anything yet. This should not set anything if the... Oh, this makes a lot of sense. Okay, we can say... Oh, this is really simple actually. If initialize j here. If j is more than data length or equal to. No, more than. No, or equal to. No, more than. No, actually, more than and equal to. My bad. Then, wait, then we can just say if it's lower than. Alright. Ta-da. Fuck. Because it's always. Okay, that's my bad. That's actually my bad. Alright. Zeros across the board. Let's fucking go. Check it in here. Oh snap, it's 0. So now it shouldn't crash in any scenario. Can I Ctrl Z here? That's really nice. Like IntelliJ just keeps a different editing history for... Oh wait. Keeps a different editing history for like different files. It's probably consuming all my RAM. But it's fine, because it's cool. It's a cool feature. No red text. No red text. Oh. Alright. Or maybe it doesn't work. So it says shorter. Okay. So now this is the cool part. Right? Because it says shorter, but you can also change it to longer text. And it just generates new chunks. Like this isn't something new that I invented. Yeah, I mean I did make it myself, invented myself, but it's not something people haven't done before. But it's so satisfying to make once it actually works. I should actually push a console log here. Okay, so I don't know. This is way more than 19 bytes. What the fuck? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. Back to square one. Oh no, wait, actually not. Because we have to... A is equal to... Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. Because it also worked here, but probably we do. Alright, it does work. Maybe we should have done it before too. Maybe that's the issue. I don't want to think about it. So this works, right? And then this is the really cool part. So if we say between... So after we write the shorter, we set path 2 to like text 2.0, for example. And then you think like, if we take this away. Okay, so look, so what it does is, now it has a second entry. So this is entry 2, value 2, as you can see here. And this is just text 2.0. What happens when I change this text? Like, what happens if I change the first entry to something longer? Will it override this? Will it override this? No, that's the beautiful thing about this. That's why it was so hard to code. It'll just continue at the end. This is so cool. So this only still has like this isn't overwritten right now. And I can show you in the viewer that it actually works. So right now, the longer, it's cut off. And then it says I2, which means the next is to, wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah, no, I2, so this is entry 2 and it's 8 bytes long, text 2.0. this says the numbers are like, the numbers aren't visualized, but I50 and I48 are 2 and 0. And then here it continues the text, because here it says I3, right? It means skip 3, so 1, 2, 3. So, or like skip 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then it continues here, and then it says continue 1. It continues here, continue 1, continues here, and then it ends, because it knows how long it is. It's 62 bytes long, so it reads for 62 bytes and then it stops. This is so beautiful, because it doesn't shift around bytes, it doesn't shift around references, it all keeps the references in the same spot, and it can create chains that like continue to wherever, right? It doesn't have, it's not like it has to be one consecutive chain. It can be like one part is here, one part is here, one part is here. I thought of maybe adding like that it also could jump back. I probably won't add it though. I can maybe make it a flag, like if it's flag 2 at the beginning, then it'll like be considered like garbage space. But I don't think I want to add that. It's fine how it is right now. And I'll also make a compact. Well, actually I can add it. Maybe I will. And I think I'll also add like a compacting function, so it'll just make them all lined up one after another. Because if you have very big objects, you can also save other objects, like entire objects in this format. It will become big very quickly. So if you change something, a part of it might be garbage for a very long time. It could explode to like giant sizes, but if you manage it correctly, this can be a really compact safe thing. And it's really nice. Excuse me for the entire debugging montage. Okay, bye. Wait. Yeah. Okay, bye.